Is it hard to journal because it's hard to put in words as to what you're feeling right now? That's the best time for you to get a journal out and to start just writing down the things that you're hearing in your mind. A lot of the times, some of the stuff that's going on in our minds just on autopilot are things that don't even belong to us. It's stuff that we've heard while growing up, from our loved ones. It could be our parents, it could be our siblings, and it could be our neighbors, even teachers from the past. Things that kind of just run on autopilot, and you kind of hear those things and you just believe that that's what it is, and that's the truth, whether it's you're not really good at school, or what makes you so important, or just things like that. Those are just examples. What helped me get into journaling was how noisy everything was. And at the time when I dove all the way in for journaling, I realized I was just in a pivotal moment in my life where I was just ready to kind of unload all of the things that I've held on to over the years. I was done with blaming people. I was done with feeling like people owed me things. I was done with questioning why things happened the way they did. And so all those things were going on in my mind. And I was just thinking, like, I don't want to be an emotional burden for somebody. I don't want to just, have you ever heard the saying of like word vomit? You don't want to just trauma unload on somebody, and that's what I would do. I would hang out with somebody, make a friend, or hang out with a friend and just tell them all of those things that were going on my mind. And it wasn't beneficial for me, it wasn't beneficial for them. It's not uplifting or encouraging to continue to talk about the narrative that I experienced in the past. You can talk about how the past was beneficial to you as your present self right now, but the past doesn't exist anymore. It's just a thing that happened to you. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not trying to take away from the fact that those things did happen, but I'm just trying to say, like, it's not beneficial to continue to think about things that hurt us, or that held us back, or that we allowed to continue. So, that being said, going back to journaling, I was just ready to unload all of the things. It was almost like it was like a ball of yarn in my brain, and I would just write everything that came to mind, any kind of dreams that I would have. That was really cool to experience. I started doing dream work where I was kind of recalling what I would see or experience while I was sleeping. And I'm realizing like it was just kind of a way to connect with my subconscious mind. So I would write about what I would see or experience in my dreams. I would kind of write about, any kind of limited beliefs that were coming up that were kind of like hurting a little bit. And it's not just about stuff that hurt. I would also write things down about what I would hope to see in the future. And it really did help to write about things that I wanted to experience. That's something that I learned by quite a few authors that I've found over the years. And they would speak about how important it is to tap into when you felt good and when you felt joy and when you feel inspired, to kind of like take that time to say thank you, first off. Thank you. This is an amazing experience. This is an amazing feeling. Then, while you're feeling those emotional highs, write down things that you want to see in your current reality, in your current life. So, for example, a new car, a new home, friends that are inspired, that are energetic, that are light and playful, a new career, things like that. That you just write down, things that you want to experience at that time. Do it when you're feeling those high feelings. Write it down, close it, leave it. And so, yeah, so journaling was a way to, again, unpack things, to manifest things, I also would journal memories that would come up during my shift. I would say, I would say about like 4 or 5 years ago, I would be writing about things that I would visualize during the day, during a meditation, things that would come to me that I hadn't thought of for years. It was just like bubbling up. I would write about those things that I would see. And yeah, it just felt so good. Like every time I would put these things on paper, it's like I was just kind of whispering it away and just letting it go little by little. So, journaling again can be a way to unpack things, be inspired, write about things that you want to manifest, write about your dreams, your goals, your visions, and again, say thank you. Thank you for everything because sometimes the things that you're experiencing currently may feel uncomfortable, but all in all, the things that you're experiencing right now are in a way to benefit you. And as long as you think like that, and I'm not trying to tell you how to think, absolutely not. I'm just saying have an open mind, and sometimes the things that you're experiencing may not really seem like they're there to help you or it's just there to punish you, but it's not. It's actually there to help guide you, it's to help push you in certain ways. Your dreams that you dreamt of 3 or 4 years ago, have you somewhat been able to accomplish them? If you were to think about that, where were you 3, 4, 5 years ago from today? If that person that you were those many years ago were to see you right now, where the space that you are in right now, would she or he be proud? And those are beautiful things to write down in the journal. So hopefully you can take a little bit of this about journaling and utilize some of it and maybe share with me below some of the things that you like to journal about.